Getting it.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, guys.
Nikki and Wendalynn here for our grief healings. So super excited. Before we get started, I do just want to put a little disclaimer out there that we are not licensed grief counselors. And we are not your doctor. So any information that you are getting from this live is for entertainment purposes only. Wendalynn does specialize in spiritual grief coaching, and I am a certified Reiki Master. But just know that we are not licensed grief counselors. So just want to put that disclaimer out there before we get started. I think we do still have one guaranteed live. So if you want to go snag that up real quick before we get really into the meat and potatoes of the live, I believe that we have one more guaranteed reading available. Let's see, what else do we have? We are also going to be doing one free reading at the end of this, of all the information, the boring part that no one really likes. And we're going to just pick one person and do a free reading at the end. So we do understand that this is a very private and intimate subject.
Yeah.
So for everyone who's kind of been reaching out, asking to have a session, but they don't want to do it on a live, please know that we are kind of working out details right now on how to provide that service to you. Wendalynn, you got anything to add to that?
Just what you were saying, we're not like licensed clinicians. However, if either of us feel like that's something that you would benefit from, we will let you know that. And if we also think that we are not the ones that should be helping you through whatever you're going through right now, we'll let you know that too. Like, very safe space, And of course, this is live on Facebook, but if you private message us or anything, we're not going to share all your information. Like, it's all confidential. So we're here for you.
Yes, absolutely.
We love you.
I'm like, I got some comments coming in.
Yeah,
I got it on my two screens because one of them says Facebook user and one of them's got your name on it. So I'm trying to tag team here.
Yeah. Mine are coming through as both Facebook user and names. That's weird. Hold on.
Yeah, interesting.
So
if you're here, just go ahead and put your name in the comments. If you're here, just put your name in there.
I like that. I see a lot of Facebook users saying, hello, ladies. Well, hello to you, Facebook user.
Hello, everyone. No.
I see a Kelly, a Wendy. Hi, guys. Jolie's here. Yeah, you're a girl.
All right. Okay, so do you want to just go ahead and get into it?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, so my name is Nikki Steinhauer, for everyone who doesn't know me. I am a spiritual consultant and Reiki Master. I do work with energies on an emotional level, a physical and spiritual level. Reiki is just essentially it's life force energy. And it's all around us, all the living things, everything, even not living things have energy around them. So what Reiki is, it's really just manipulation and working with the energies to get everyone to basically perform at their highest good. Really finding that homeostasis of your body. Quantum physics proves that everything is energy. So we look physical and like we have a solid mass, but our body is just vibration and it's just energy. So when you bring it down all the way to the smallest level, by channeling or manipulation of energy or vibration, like I said, it can direct you towards your homeostasis of your body and just your overall healing. I can do distance Reiki through a quantum term called entanglement. And entanglement is just when a practitioner and their client kind of become entangled at the quantum level. And let's see, it's really hard to explain it to people who are not very nerdy like me and scientific. But basically at the quantum level, the entanglement allows the energies to flow from the practitioner to the client, kind of like a conduit. And it just kind of promotes your healing. And how can Reiki help with grief? I know I'm like, sorry, I have so much excitement. So I'm just like, go get it all out because I'm excited to do the good stuff. because I feel like we've got some really, really good healing that's going to be happening. So how can Reiki heal in the grief process? First, it can provide emotional support. When you're grieving, it's kind of common to feel like overwhelmed with emotion. Reiki can help release some of those emotions and kind of provide like a sense of comfort and support just during all of your difficult times that you're going through. Reiki also eases your physical pain. So when we have grief, it can manifest into it can kind of manifest physically, and it can come as like body aches, pains, just like you can feel the dense energy in your body. Like sometimes you'll like tense up, like your muscles will tense up. So Reiki can really help just ease your physical discomfort by promoting relaxation and reducing all that tension. What else? Reiki can promote relaxation. It's known for, reducing stress, relaxation. It can be very helpful during the grieving process because when we're grieving, our stress levels seem to be more heightened than usual. So just going through that period of high tension, it takes a toll on your body. Let's see. Reiki can also improve your sleep habits and just improve your overall sleep. We go through grief. It can make it very difficult to sleep. A lot of people might get insomnia. They suffer from overthinking. They can't sleep. They don't have good quality sleep. So Reiki can kind of just go in and allow you to feel that love and support. And by feeling that, it can help you sleep better, and it can kind of further enhance your feelings of, getting rid of that sadness and that exhaustion by taking care of your physical body by sleeping. And it can also just kind of promote a deeper and a more restful sleep, if that makes sense. Just allowing your body and your mind to rest and, really give yourself that time to process your loss. Reiki can also facilitate your healing just by, with grief, it can be a long and difficult journey. But Reiki can kind of go in and help move the healing process along just by promoting that peaceful, calm environment, somewhere you can feel safe, where if you want to talk it out, you have that personal space, that healing environment to actually talk through it and get through it. So just really promoting that peaceful and calm environment. But yeah, that can help you move through the stages of grief in a more like natural and healthy way. People who are going through grief, they typically go, their energy and their vibration is really low. So people who experience grief having low vibration, and having a Reiki session can assist you in raising your vibration. So during a session, like I said, I basically become your energetic conduit to help you raise your body's vibration. And this can definitely help you through like the grief process, because I actually have a little thing I can show everyone on here if I can find it. But it's just a emotional vibration analysis frequency chart. And our body's healing, when it's processing grief, it's the healing process can't start until about 396 hertz. So that's after the acceptance, it's after the processing and everything like that. So just want to show that real quick. And during sessions, sound healing is excellent for helping you kind of go through that and raise your vibration up. I know that people want to get over the grief process, but I'm not saying like hurry up and go do a bunch of sound healing and Reiki and then raise your vibration and you're cured. Like that's not what I'm saying. It definitely helps in the process. It's giving you that space to, experience your grief, acknowledge it, and kind of move on while kind of getting those physical, energetic blocks away, if that makes sense. So now on a more spiritual level, I think what Wendalynn has to offer during her grief coaching is absolutely amazing. So would you like to tell everyone kind of what the process is and how you go about everything?
Yeah. So for those that don't know me, I'm Wendalynn B. I'm a spiritual psychic medium and a spiritual grief coach. So, you don't know the difference between a psychic and a medium. Psychic, when, not like fortune tellers, but, connect to your spirit guides, your teams, your ancestors, and kind of like, ask them questions that you have and see what kind of guidance they have. Mediumship is when I actually communicate with your loved ones who have passed that you knew here on this earth.
Wendalynn, hold on one second. I'm getting all these messages that we're kind of breaking a little bit. Can you guys hear us? Like, are we good now, or what's going on here?
I can hear you. I didn't hear you breaking up. Am I breaking up?
I hear you perfect.
Maybe it's just us hearing each other. Breaking up a little. Audio is sketchy.
Okay, interesting.
Oh, we can hear you, but it cuts out. No breaking up.
Interesting. All right, let me see. Let me see if I can see anything in my settings, see what's going on here.
I'm looking, and I have full bars of Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
which is unusual.
I'm the same way, so this is very interesting.
Somebody said it sounds good now.
And someone says breaking up in New York. No, let's not break up. Don't break up with me. No.
Don't break up.
Interesting.
Somebody said, where's your mic?
I'm like, I can move mine a little bit closer. I don't know if that helps. Let me know if that helps at all.
I don't have an extra mic. My mic is in my computer because I'm not technologically savvy.
Okay, just I'm like, give us some thumbs up or thumbs some likes down. Or loves or
yes,
something. Better. If you can
Carly said yes, better. Okay, good. Working good. Okay. Sounds better. Perfect. Okay.
Perfect. So, okay.
Back to the
ground. What I had to say wasn't important anyway. No.
It's like So, but yeah, mediumships, when I actually communicate with your loved ones that you knew here on earth that's passed. As far as grief coaching, the way that communicating with your spirit guides, your team, your loved ones work with grief, it's interesting. And I went through this. I've experienced a lot of grief in a short amount of time, and I'm still dealing with it. Like, grief is a never-ending journey. It's your last great act of love that you show the ones that you loved while they were here on earth after we've lost them. But I find that connecting with your loved ones and connecting with your spirit team to get guidance helps with the grief. It helps understand the lesson, the journey. We may not ever know why, right? And we all want to know why. Why did I have to lose this person? Why did they leave me? Why were they taken? But it helps to change your perspective a little of, yes, I lost them now, but I got to have them. I mean, at all, right? Like, I still got to have them for that little amount of time. So, and it all depends on where you are in your grief journey and in the process, right? And sometimes we just start over on the grief journey, like, we're in denial, we go to acceptance, we get through to depression, and then one day you wake up and you're back in denial. It's like, my mom's been gone almost 7 years, and some mornings I wake up and grab my phone to call her, and I'm like, I can't, So it's a never ending like wave. But and I've said this in lives before that I've done. Sometimes waves of grief feel like they're gonna knock you on your ass, knock you down, and sometimes they just trickle at your ankles. But it doesn't matter if it's a big or a little thing. You're still experiencing that, and don't discount that at all. And like Nikki said, nobody's trying to rush you through the process. There's no timeline. Take as long as you want. Take as little time as you want. Take time, take a break, go back at it. I mean, it's your journey, your process. But communicating with spirit does definitely help, just with your heart and your soul healing. So that's my thing.
That's amazing. Okay, so how you say it like that, it does help immensely to have like that open communication with spirit, to kind of go in and look at, anything that was unresolved, because everyone's always got questions, and everyone always does the what ifs. What if I answered the call? Oh, I'm getting chills. What if I do this? Okay, there's people in here that are just the what ifing like intensely. You don't know if those what ifs would have stopped what happened. You can't play that game, because that will just suck you into a hole so deep that you won't be able to get out of. So if I know there's so many people here right now that are playing that what if game, you don't know whatever you did was what you were supposed to do. That's how it was supposed to play out. That was your contract when you came here. That's what happened.
Yep. And I played that what if game for a really long time, and I did get sucked into that hole, and it just felt like you were never going to get out. And I learned through my awakening and through talking to spirit and being able to communicate, like, they're kind of like, you can't do that. Why are you doing that to yourself? Like, let it go, breathe, just listen to us. And the lessons, they suck. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Losing someone freaking sucks. There's no if, ands, or buts. But just getting to the point of understanding maybe a teeny tiny bit why, that's just the teeny tiny bit of healing that you might.
So I'm being drawn to basically say that, kind of like how you said before, no one's trying to rush you through your healing process. But if you are doing the what if, your body doesn't know what is real and what's in your mind. So if you're thinking about it and you're keep reliving this, you're putting your body through like this fight or flight, just intense, just low vibrational state where you're just reliving that situation over and over and over. But even though it's not physically happening, your brain, like your body, doesn't know the difference between what's going on in your head, your thoughts, and what your physical reality is. So if you keep like replaying that situation in your head over and over and over again, you are stressing your body, your physical body out so bad that I mean, that's basically where like PTSD comes in and stuff like that. But you're just damaging your energy's body. You're just sucking all that energy, and I just feel like the only way I can explain it is you're putting so much dense energy into your body and creating all those energetic blocks to help you heal. So if you're doing the what ifs, or if you are going through and just replaying it and reliving it and rethinking about it all the time, that's kind of keeping you in that stagnant state. And it actually kind of sets you back on your healing journey.
And like you were saying with fight or flight, our body releases chemicals, epinephrine, in that fight or flight. And if we're at that high level all the time, that's another part of why you feel exhausted, because your body is creating the chemicals as if you're in a battle for your life every single day, when in reality, it's just what you're feeling in your heart. And trying to work through some of that to release some of those. That's why we say, like, drink a lot of water, because it does help flush out all of those chemicals that your body's creating. And grief is a physical feeling. I felt it. It's complete. It feels like sometimes you're going to have a freaking heart attack, or your head's going to pop because you have such a headache. Don't discount those things that you're feeling. Like, they are there. But let's work together to figure out how we can release some of that for you, so you can enjoy life while you're still here.
And one thing that's kind of popping out is your healing journey is not going to look like anyone else like around you. So if you're in a relationship with somebody and they're like, well, I got over that, like, why are you still stuck on it? Like, that's not their journey. That's your journey to get through that situation. Those are your lessons. Those are your feelings to sit with and overcome. So just know that your journey is not going to look like anyone else's. It's very specific to you and how you process things. Yeah.
Very personal.
Do we have any questions? Let's look at the comments. Anything? Does anyone have any questions about it? I know that I like rambled. I was just super excited. I just want to get it off my chest. And then that's probably why I was breaking up. The spirit was like, just stop, slow down, calm down, throttle it back a little bit. Let's see. You see any comments or anything? No.
It's just the same thing. Spirit's trying to communicate and making the connection funny.
Okay.
He said, no, y'all are on point.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions about grief healing at all? That maybe there's something that we haven't hit, or maybe you didn't hear me when I was going through my little thing.
Oh, I was so intrigued, and I love your charts. I love that you always have charts because I'm like a visual person, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love charts, and they're always colorful because I love colors. It's awesome.
Let's see. Okay, well, I don't see anything. I know that there's typically a lag, but does chakras and healing go hand in hand? Absolutely. When you learn about your chakras and what each chakra does, you can start to feel in your body where you have that stagnant energy. And when you can feel that energy and where that dense energy blockage is, you can kind of talk through it. If you aren't having a Reiki session, but you can kind of talk through it and know exactly how to heal that wound, that specific dense energy. I mean, for example, I don't know, like if you are having chest pain, that's your heart chakra. So we all know what heart is, your love. It's that connection that, your heart, it's you being loved and being able to express love with other people. So if you're having heart issues, then you really need to look at your life and really look at how you are loving others, how people are loving you. But yeah, they definitely, chakras and healing go hand in hand. Absolutely.
Carly had a question for you.
Okay, let me see.
Where'd it go?
Oh, okay, I see it. Carly, yep, right there. So I am certified in Usui system of natural healing. So Usui Reiki. And I know I always say chakras. I know it's chakras, but it's terminology. I'm sorry. I was brought up saying chakras, so don't kill me.
I say all kinds of words wrong just to let everybody know I mispronounce a lot of stuff, and I have a pretty thick Baltimore accent. So you can just laugh. Put like a laughing emoji when I say stuff wrong down there. It's fine because I'll probably laugh at myself as well.
Yeah. I'm like, I've gotten to the point where I just accepted that I'm not perfect, and it's all about the intent behind everything. That's really what it boils down to, is the intent of everything. Okay, well, if we don't have any other questions, I mean, we can always get into the good stuff if you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm always ready. I'm always ready for the fun stuff.
I'm feeling a lot of energy, and I'm not sure which person all of this goes to. So I'm hoping, we can get started because there's like things happening all over my body, and I'm like, okay, who's this belong to?
I feel that too. I'm like, I'm getting all these sensations, and I'm like, okay, chill out for a second.
Yeah.
Let me get into it. So let's go ahead and we'll do our guaranteed readings first, and then we will go ahead and pick someone for the free one.
Sounds good.
Let's see. Let's start with Haley. She said that she's looking to communicate with either her friend or her mother, and she's very early on her grief journey. So let me go ahead and create this real quick where I kind of tap into her energy and just kind of raise her vibration. Hopefully we can get her to interact with anything. So Haley, I just want you to take 3 really deep breaths as I kind of go into your energy. You might feel an energy shift, but then just take those 3 deep breaths and then go ahead, Wendalynn, when you're ready.
Okay, Haley, I'm getting a female energy. I'm not sure if it's your mom or if your friend was a female. I feel like this was your mom, but would it make sense to you if I said like I have like a headache on, what is this, the right side, like right temple, and I feel dizzy? If that makes sense, put it in the comments. Did you write her a letter? I feel like you wrote her a letter after she passed. Because it's almost like she's showing me the letter like by her like gravestone or her urn or in her coffin or something. Oh. I can't see Haley's comments. Do you see any? Okay. Haley, if you pop on, let me know if this is her.
Okay, so she did say
she's what? I've written her many. Okay, good. I feel like you played the what if game, and it wasn't like what if you were there with her. It was what if things would have been different. And she is saying you were perfect just how you were. The communication that your mom and you had, I feel like it was strained, but it was strained because you guys were so much alike. And it was kind of like a butting of heads, but there was a lot of love there. She says there was misunderstanding. But there was so much love. Okay. She's saying, if you got to keep writing me the letters, fine, but you could just talk to me because I can hear you. Okay? Okay, Haley said yes. Good. She's saying
chills all over myself. I'm holding that space and I can feel she like just came in. So I don't know, Haley, if you're feeling chills or if you're freezing cold right now. I just felt her kind of open up and go into your space. So definitely, if you want to talk to her, just talk to her.
Just talk. Yeah. She seems like she was very loving when she talked to her kids, her nieces, nephews. I don't know if she had grandkids, but she was very like stern in a spicy way. And so many lately, like that I've connected with moms have been super spicy. And I am digging it so much. Lots of grandkids. Okay. She was like the cool grandma, right? Like everyone would go to grandma's house, but the kids knew like I better stay in line because grandma's gonna put me in my place. But she did that out of love. Whew. Okay, I just felt an intense pressure on my chest. And I don't know if this had something to do with her passing or if this was anxiety that she was carrying as a kid. I feel like maybe as a child, she did not feel safe. And she just wants to express to you that everything she did, every rule she put on you, every boundary she put on you and the kids, it was because she never wanted you to feel whatever I'm feeling in my chest right now, of that unsafe. And, you know, spirit, they don't feel sadness or anger or anything on the other side. Like it's perfect. It's a perfect world. But she wants you to know she wishes she could have communicated it a little bit differently. That might have been a little bit better received because you guys are so much alike. But she's bringing up them letters again. She's like, okay, all right. This is odd, but she said, if you can't just talk to me, pick up a phone and pretend. Just pretend, like hold it up to your ear. If you feel, you know, weird, like just talking to the air. I wish I was more understanding of it when she was here. She's saying that's okay. We don't always understand everything on earth. And she's saying when we get in spirit, we see things in a completely different way because we see like all the sides once we're up there or around or down, you know, wherever, to the side, wherever you want to be. But she's saying let that go. But she does want you to carry on her legacy. So you're going to end up being like that cool grandma. Okay. You're going to be the strict grandma, the spicy grandma, maybe the one that cusses a little, feel like threw out a little, maybe like a not a F-bomb, but like a shit every now and again. It's fine. The grandkids won't mind. Oh God, she's so proud of you. She's just so proud of you. I never doubt that she's saying.
I'm getting so many feels right now. Oh my goodness.
She showed me that you doubted that she was proud, and you always second guessed yourself on the decisions that you made. She said, cut that out. Cut it out, girl. Ugh. Okay. Are you feeling, Haley and Nikki, I feel like Haley's carrying a lot of her everything here and in her neck, all of her grief.
Oh yeah, the tenseness that I have going on in her energy is so like it's yes. Overwhelming, and it's the stiffness. Just I feel stiffness all right here. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's coming. She's saying you got to work on that, babe. You got to work on that. All right. I think it's time to turn it over to you with Haley with her stuff, because her mom's like, she's got to work on that. Talk to me. Call me on the imaginary phone. She's saying, I love you. Okay. I don't know.
So chipmunk. It's funny that you say that because chipmunk? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
She said, I don't know what chipmunk means to you, but she just showed me chipmunk. So either that was a nickname, she gave you a chipmunk, or you're going to see chipmunks around her. So just keep that in mind. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, no, I can definitely feel it's a chaos kind of going on up here. It's the second guessing. It's the, just wanting to be the best person, and you are such an amazing person. Mm-hmm. But you just second guessing it, and you are carrying everything in your shoulders. You can feel your shoulders getting tight. You're just like kind of like clammed up. So really just so she said that's about the chipmunks. So that's cute. I love it. And it's funny that you said you wanted to give it over to me, because I just started actually working with her not too long ago. Honestly, yesterday. We'll just say yesterday. With working through this. So I think that's pretty awesome that you kind of picked up on that as well.
That's cool.
Haley, do you have any questions before we go in? I just want to let you know that when I was in your space, I was holding your energy. I was able to raise your vibration up. So I don't know if you felt anything like touch you, or I feel like it was just so cold. And like as soon as she came into your energy field, I feel like I'm freezing right now. I'm absolutely freezing. So I don't know if you feel that, or if you were able to kind of feel her energy being present with you. Okay. So that's beautiful. So when you feel that, you can really talk to her, like really just sit with her. You can always invite her in and have those conversations with her. I'm like getting chills so intensely now. Whew. It is cold. Yeah.
So weird. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I feel like you're like shivering. Like, I don't know if you got a blanket on or something, but I still feel like even if you have a blanket on, you're like freezing. So yeah, that's awesome. Do you have any questions or anything, Haley, before we keep going? For the lag.
Yeah.
No, that was awesome though. Good. Because I just felt her mom just kind of so how it was I just basically had her little bubble, and her mom just kind of came in and was just over her shoulder, and it was beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. Cool energy. Cool yes. energy.
Yes. Okay, so the next guaranteed reading that we have is Julie. So Julie, when you're ready, I am going to go in. I'm going to kind of raise your vibration up. Don't block it. Just allow it to kind of come through, and I'm going to try and raise your vibration. That way you can have an experience. Oh, Julie, you're different. I feel your energy is really warm.
Yeah.
Very, very warm, and it's like a cozy house. It's like it's cozy. I'm actually oh, this feels nice. All right, Julie, just go ahead and take 3 deep breaths, and then Wendalynn, when you're ready, you can go ahead.
Did Julie have anybody specific that she wanted to come through? Because I'm getting a male.
So she had a bunch of people there was a lot of people in her life that she wasn't sure. So she wanted you to pick whoever was coming through strongly.
Okay. All right. Male. All right. So I just got like the wind knocked out of me, and I almost feel like this individual, it was like unexpected, instantaneous. It was just like all the wind came out of my diaphragm in my lungs. And I was like, oh, I'm on the other side. Let us know if that makes sense, Julie. Is it your brother? Yes. Okay. Because I got that like feeling like the protector, like the big brother protector. But I almost like you guys were close, but was he your big brother? Like older? And if not older, bigger in size. Like there's
it's so funny because I feel like he's like teasing her. Like that's what I'm getting.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Okay. So he's so fun. Would it make sense, Julie, that he was like, was it sudden for him, or does the wind, like being taken out of, like knocked out of me, like quickly makes sense? Both bigger and older. I do feel like Nikki said, he teased you, and I feel like he did it a lot in public around his friends because, like, you know, it made him look cool. But he was really like, if anybody messes with her, I mess them up, right? You haven't really processed losing him. Because he's kind of showing me, it's like you're just like in a circle. And it's just like a revolving door. That's what he's showing me. Like in a hotel, you know, the revolving door. It's like you're walking in and you're like, yes, I'm ready to like talk, heal. And then, no, I'm not ready, because you don't want to let him go. He's showing me that. It's almost like he's like heading towards the light and you're like, no, I need you here. And you kind of have the back of his collar. That's like what he's showing me that you're feeling. He's saying it's okay. He's always going to be a protector.
I literally just got that message. I just want to show it to you. I just wrote it down. It says, he said, I am proud of you. You got this. Don't be scared. I have you. I'm there with you. I just wrote it. I'm sorry. I just had to share. I got all excited. Yeah. So sorry. Double confirmation.
I know.
Go ahead.
You don't have to be afraid. And he's saying, okay, all right, you have to, he's kind of fun with this. He's like, I know you miss us all, and I know you love us. Stop waiting for the other shoe to drop. It's like you're always on edge, waiting to lose someone else, and you're not living to your full potential right now because you're waiting for that shoe to drop. He's shaking his head. Yes, we're waiting for the shoe. Okay, stop waiting. Don't worry. So everything is happening in the plan, right? And it sucks. We talked about this. It sucks to lose someone, but it's part of their soul's journey, their purpose. You're not. Okay. He's showing me like you're getting up out of bed in the morning, right? And you're looking out the window, and it should be a sunrise, and it should be gorgeous. It should be, you know, oranges and yellows and reds, but you're seeing it in like a muted pink and a gray. He wants you to put the lenses back on of happiness. He wants you to see the beautiful oranges and reds and yellows. Oh. Julie, I feel like my head hurts because it feels like after you cry for hours and hours, you've cried so much. And he wants you to let it go. You said he should be here with us. He's saying, it was my time. He's saying, if I would have stayed, everything would have been different. And he wants you to know, there's bad things are going to happen in life, right? But it's like, I feel his hand. I feel like he had a big hand. And like when he put it on your shoulder, it just felt like this sense of security. And it was almost like you feel the hand and your whole body felt warm. He wants you to know when you're like at your wit's end, or you feel like just like you're in despair, you're going to feel something. You're going to feel that pressure. And then it's going to be like warm water dripping all over you. That's him. That's him there to remind you you're not alone. He's still your protector. All of your loved ones that you've lost. Your mom's there with him too, yes? Because she's really not coming forward, but there's like a motherly energy, and I almost feel like she has like one of those like Afghan blankets on, like on her shoulders. And she's just standing behind, like with her arms crossed, going, Julie, just know that they're together and she's shy. I can tell she's shy. Yeah, she's letting him do all the talking. I feel like he did talk a lot when he was on Earth too. He's like, blah, blah, blah. He like commanded a room when he walked in. But he wants you to be the one to command the room now. He just wants you to smile. You're not smiling enough, he's saying. Allow yourself to smile. Okay, Julie. Do not, this is his message. You feel guilty, but you're still smiling because they are not here. He does not want you to do that. He says you need to smile. Honor them by being happy, because they want you to be happy here. And you just leave in a big smile.
Can I just chime in with like everything that's coming through? I'm literally having to write this down because I'm hearing all these things, and I'm just like, okay, I'm trying to make sure I'm getting the message so I don't forget it. Yes, you have so many people on the other side.
Yeah.
And they're rooting for you. They're like, we did this. This was part of the plan. Now it's your time to shine. Like, do it for us. Like, yes, they're your cheerleader. They're there for you. Okay, let me just start from the beginning from where it came. Sorry, I just need to get this off my chest because I'm like, this is a lot for Julie. Man, she's getting hit hard. Stagnation is what I was feeling. And what the message I was getting was, you still have more on this journey. You feel like you're like at the end, and I'm telling you, this is the beginning. I'm getting chills. This is your beginning. All of this stuff had to happen because this is like, I feel like maybe an awakening or something, but there's something that's going to happen very shortly. It is going to be like mind blowing for you. It's coming up. You know exactly what it is. And I'm excited for you. Just take it and be present as you're going through this. So another thing was, your life is actually just beginning. Slow down and be present in this life. Big plan. We are all rooting for you. Be open because you're ready. Don't be scared. This transition that you're going through is going to be more than you have ever dreamed about. It is going to be so eye-opening and life-altering for you that you're just going to like look back and be like, man, why did I not enjoy life? Like, why was I just kind of like hanging out in this stagnant energy, just kind of like going through the motions, and just because I know that you are trying to reach for something that you're just a little too short. You can't grab it. It's coming. Just be patient, because it is coming, and it is going to like blow your socks off. Them shoes, you ain't ever going to find them. They're going to be blown away. Them socks are going to be blown away. You're just going to be incredibly amazed at all the information that you're getting.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for you. I really am. Yeah, I can definitely feel it, but they're just there, and like your other energy. I just feel it. Like they're just like, we did this, and now it's your turn to take it to that next level. Take it to that next, because I don't even feel like it's of this earth, to be honest. Like it's definitely higher vibrational.
She's been on awakening for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like once it's coming up, it is definitely coming up. It's going to be so much information that you're not going to be able to process. And I feel like that's why it's been stagnant for a little bit. Like, I feel like you're just like waiting for something to happen. It's stagnant for a reason, because you need that rest. Because once that door opens, you're going to be like, just like training right through everything, just like coming through, blowing your horn. So I'm excited for you. Like, whatever is coming is going to be enormous. And honestly, I feel like it's going to be kind of like a family life, like trajectory, like off to a different path, if that makes sense.
We're cheering for you, Julie.
And so are they. Everyone else on the outside, they're like they're ready. They're just like, come on, you got this. It's always when we feel like there's nothing left in us that we just have to push through it a little bit longer, and then the door swings wide open.
Yep. So pumped for you, Julie.
Okay. Do we have Christine here? I did try to reach out to you earlier today to make sure and confirm that you had a guaranteed reading. I didn't hear anything back from you. So if Christine is here and you have purchased a guaranteed reading, just put something in the comments. While we're waiting for that, we can move on to the next person.
We love you too, Julie.
Yes, Julie. Yes. and don't be afraid, because they all have your back. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid of doing the wrong thing. Don't overthink it. Just go through it. So yeah. And then also, Christine, if you're here, just go ahead and put put it in the comments that you're here.
I see somebody put I'm here, but on my end, it looks like Facebook user, so I can't see the name.
Okay. Let me see over here.
I know, I'm checking both the screens.
Okay. I'm like, Christine, if it's you. Oh yeah. Let's see. Christine, did you purchase the guaranteed reading? Let me see. Yeah, it just says It just says Facebook user. I'm reloading my screen, so hold on. Be patient with me. I'm sorry, it's Christina. Christina.
Are you here?
Okay, if not, we can go ahead and move on to the next person.
And Christina, if you're not here and we miss you, we can either reschedule or refund, whichever you want to.
Yeah, just let us know.
Yeah.
If anyone wants us to do have a booked out time, kind of how we're going live, and to do this kind of thing where I go in and raise your vibration so you can have an experience with spirit, and then have Wendalynn kind of be that translator for you, let us know in the comments. If that's something you'd be interested in, because there's a way that we can do this where we can put everyone in like a waiting room and then have you come in. We can do that for you, and then you can get off like a Zoom call or something like that. So if that's something you'd be interested, go ahead and like, love the post or,
and it wouldn't have to be live. If you don't want to do it, would just be like us three. That way you don't have to like, because I get that. Some people don't want all their stuff. That's fine.
I mean, grief is it is such a touchy subject, and I completely respect everyone who actually, booked a guaranteed live, because it's hard, especially to put yourself out there, and just it's a lot, especially during your healing process. You don't need business out there. So
absolutely.
All right, so I don't see anything from Christina. So let's go ahead and we'll move to Casey. She said she's looking to communicate with a friend, and she feels she's towards the end of her grief. Okay. So Casey, go ahead and take 3 big breaths in and out.
Hi, Casey.
And then Wendalynn, when you're ready.
Casey, was this a female friend? Nikki, I think we might have a spammer.
Okay.
Do you see it?
I got it. I just blocked them. Okay. Thank you.
So if any, just guys, there's spammers. So if anybody's to inbox them, they're trying to get your money. Don't do it. Don't do it.
We're not going to reach out to you. You can book all of our services from our websites. We will never, ever solicit ever. So
none of the master healers. No, none of the master healers do. So make sure you like message us directly, like, hey, and we'll be like, nah, that wasn't us. All right, Casey, not specifically. All right. So I wasn't sure if it was a female or a male that had feminine energy. So now I'm thinking it's a male that maybe had feminine energy. Let me know if that makes sense. And
are you picking up 2 people, 2 energies?
I might be. I feel like one of them maybe had something to do with their passing. He was very outgoing and open. Okay. All right. Did he contribute to his passing? Oh. He was sick. Okay. He was younger when he passed, I feel. Oh, and if he wasn't younger, he definitely had like a younger vibe energy. Like, does that make sense, Cassie? I almost, like the people you hang out with that always, they can get along with any. All right. Yes, he did. Like any age group, right? Like he could be like 40 and he like could vibe with 20-year-olds, or he could be like 20 and like have a whole conversation about like the encyclopedia with a 50-year-old, whatever. I feel like it was that type of energy. I do feel, his journey on Earth was definitely shortened. I'm gonna light some more stuff. I didn't realize my stuff went out. But okay. Did you guys used to dress up and go out together? I don't know why. Was that yup to, or I feel like, and maybe if it wasn't with you, he did like theme nights, maybe. Like, hey, tonight we're gonna dress up like we're from the 70s, or we're from this decade, or he was just very vivacious. Like, I feel a very, just people were drawn to him. And my nose is stuffy all of a sudden. He wants to just acknowledge how much he cherished your friendship. We did Hawaiian shirt nights, 80 nights. Okay, that's what I was like getting. I was getting like, you know, like the TikToks they make now, the girls are like, oh, we're going to go to like Goodwill and pick out stuff. I was like, that they totally did stuff like that. Like, that sounds awesome. And you guys just had so much fun. And he's just showing me it was like, it didn't take any effort to hang out or to just chat or to talk on a phone for hours about absolutely nothing. He loved, okay. He loved that he could trust you. I feel like he had a lot of, I don't even want to say friends. He had a lot of acquaintances, right? He had very few people that he could 100% trust with all of his stuff. And I even feel like with this sickness, did he kind of keep it a secret for a little bit because he didn't want to bother anyone with it? He just, yes, okay. He just loved your friendship. And he says, I see you. All right. He's acknowledging your grief journey. And you have lost a few friends, not just family members. You've lost family members, but you've lost a few friends. And he's proud of how you've handled it. And I also feel like he's showing me that you were the one in like the friend group that helped everybody else work through their stuff. And he's like, that wasn't even her job to do, but she just has to go in and be a fixer. That's what he just said. I don't even know. Like, I feel like that's the kind of like vibe and friendship you guys had. It's so cool. Okay. He showed me a wedding and there was a theme with the wedding. Does that make sense to you? And this was after he passed. I feel like either party or wedding. And there was some kind of theme. And he was like, I would have been all over that. All over that. And he would have helped you plan it. And he's saying, keep doing those silly things. Sorry, I think my daughter just fell out of her bed above me. Don't worry about that noise. She's older. It's not like she's a baby and fell. Like, I would have checked her. It's fine. Okay. He does want to tell you that all of the things that you've learned through losing him and the others, there are some rough roads coming in the next couple years, and you're going to need to get those tools out to use them again. But he's like, I'm going to be there with you, girl. I got you. He just is such a chill, like, very vivacious, but very chill. Like, made you feel comfortable. Like, you could tell him anything with zero judgment. And he's saying, like, you reciprocated that for him. And he cannot put words into how special that was. And he wants you to never forget that in your lifetime here. And he's saying, continue to be that person for others because you're the light that they need. And then he's like, I'll see you when it's your time. And he kind of just like backs out. But I mean,
are you picking up on there's two other energies that I feel around her right now? But I don't think, I'm getting chills. I don't think the message is for her. I feel too strong presence. It's funny. So they're saying you're not picking them up because you don't, no offense to you, but they don't trust you. They're saying because you were never military, but I'm military, so they feel comfortable coming to me.
No problem.
Like, no offense, but she understands. I'm like, okay.
I get it.
I'm like, you are a firefighter. She trusts me. She understands. It's just, they're like, well, it's the same, but it's not. Okay. I'm picking up on two energies. And I think you hit the nail on the head with that first one that you were saying that they had interacted with their passing. They contributed to their passing.
Okay.
I do feel that one. Yes, both were Army.
Cassie said you in the Army.
So two of them are Army. One of them I feel like you were like really close with. And the other one is saying you weren't close with him, but you were acquaintances, but he's the one who's coming to you for a message for someone else. I keep getting so many chills right now. And he's actually showing up in his uniform. So there's one that's kind of like in the background who's just kind of there. And there's one that's kind of coming forward. And he is in typical Army green, like what the camo. And he's a little bit not heavy set, but he's like kind of like a mixture of like heavy set and like he's got a rounder face, like he's got kind of like a chunkier face. But he just has like the biggest smile on his face. But like I feel like he's just like, okay, this is kind of very crude for this. But he's just like, man, if I would have known this would have happened, I never would have done it. But he's like joking about it. Like he's like, man, that was just so stupid, like so stupid. And he's showing me boots for some reason. Like he's holding up boots like by the laces. But I feel like he was just so loving, and he like every time he saw me, just always had a smile on his face. But he wants to come up for some reason. I don't know why. But this other person who is for another person, he's kind of standing behind him. He's I wouldn't say like super thin, but he's like more of a slender person. But he's just kind of hanging back. He said he has the message for someone. He doesn't want me. He's not telling. I'm not getting that information. He has a message for someone in your life. I don't know what else I can say about that. It's very touchy. So I don't know if you know somebody who has been dealing with something. But he is here. He is like, he just has his hat on. He's in uniform too, but he's just standing behind this other person who's like a little bit more heavy set. Man, that's all he wants. He just wants his presence to be acknowledged. So I hope that resonates with you. I hope you can figure out who that is. But it was really interesting because the one who showed up, I guess you're saying it's Jesse. He definitely came forward and he was just laughing and he was just like, just all giggles and just very playful and just like, very intense. But you could just feel his heart was just full of love. So like, I feel like that's why he was like, probably known like all people that it affected, and it was just not the right decision. It wasn't right to go that way. Like that was like all I could see. Like he's laughing about it. He's like that was just so dumb, like so dumb. So it's kind of interesting laughing off that. I just take that as that he was okay. Like he's processed everything and he's healed from that. So yeah, that's all that I have that's coming through for you at this time. Wendalynn, were you picking up on anything with energies in her home at all?
I felt a lot of, and I still do, I feel a lot of pressure. And I don't know if it's, okay, I don't know why. They just showed me maybe, okay. So I feel like people in her house are feeling really tired and for no reason, but I feel a lot of pressure like through here. And then they showed me the word mold. So maybe get your house checked because that could be contributing. I mean, energy is energy, but I think that could be contributing maybe. So make sure there's no like hidden secrets, and it doesn't have to be mold. It could be whatever, but it's like maybe check that out. I do feel it's like everyone that walks in feels drained. Were you getting that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I could be outside and then I walk in and then I'm just kind of like, but I feel like it's interesting because I feel like she's taking the steps to clear her house, but then it just comes back.
Yeah.
And then she clears her house and then it just comes back. So it's like, it's very interesting. And I can't pinpoint it either, but I do feel like a pressure right here.
Yeah.
So
Like
I'm not really
all
sure.
the sinuses.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly what that is. I'm not sure how to help that either. So yeah, I would just say the same thing as well. Just check your house and just keep doing that energy cleansing. I definitely feel that. And I don't think that we saw anything from Christina. Christina, if you're watching this on the live, go ahead and email me at intonikki.spirit@gmail.com, and then we can figure out if you want to do like a one-on-one with us, and or if you want a refund. So just let us know.
Yes.
So anyone that you want to pick out, for anyone you're kind of drawn to do the free one?
Yeah, let me see. Let me through the comments. Cassie, you're so very welcome.
You're welcome.
Let me go back up because there's been a lot of comments.
Someone said that our microphones are acting up again. Can you guys hear us?
Let us know.
Man, the energies are super crazy, huh?
Yeah. Now my ears are popping.
Yeah. It's so weird because I started this reading freezing, and now I'm like, I feel the heat. Like, it's so crazy. The transition was very abrupt. Okay, awesome.
All right, everybody says yes. Very good. All right, let me go ahead and comment down below if you're interested in a reading, and I'm going to go scroll back up and see if I'm drawn to any, and if I'm not, I'll come back down to the bottom. Sound good?
Sounds good. Yep.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah, just make sure you comment yes, or your hand up, or just comment so we know that you're open to us doing this for you. We don't want to cross any boundaries or anything. We like your permission before we tap into anything.
Absolutely. Is Kathy still here?
Oh, that's okay.
Do you feel drawn?
Are you Kathy Keaton?
Yeah.
Bowman?
Yeah. Kathy, are you still here?
So weird.
It's not weird. It's spirit.
Well, I know. I have to say it just because I feel like I'm like, okay, I'm thinking it's weird because I scrolled up and that was like the first one that my highlight got to. So I'm like, okay, yep, that's weird. So yeah, definitely for Kathy. That's who I feel drawn to.
Okay.
Right. Okay. I don't know if you're nervous, Kathy, but just relax. Like you're not going to be feeling like anything crazy. Like nothing's going to come into your space that you don't want to come into. So just breathe through it and just kind of experience everything. Just kind of release any expectations and just kind of be present.
Is this your first reading, Kathy? I feel like your very first.
I feel nervous. Like I feel like it's like a nervous, excited, but also just kind of like I don't know what to expect. And then she's like kind of like, oh, so yeah, don't worry, you'll be okay. Just be very open. Oh, she said yeah.
Okay.
So just breathe and then just feel the energies around you. Just be very present. So when you're ready, just go ahead and take 3 deep breaths in and out. And then Wendalynn, you can start when you're ready.
All right, Kathy. Your mom and grandmom definitely have baby. So our families find each other in spirit after the loss on earth. What? Okay. Was your daughter going to name the daughter your granddaughter that she lost? Were they talking about naming it after your mom or grandmom, like first name or middle name? She keeps showing me name. And she just wants to acknowledge that. And if they weren't going to, whatever name they picked out for her, like that's what they're calling her up there. Yes. Okay. She wants to acknowledge that. Was it your mom with the name? Okay. Okay. They do. They want to talk about your daughter. It's kind of like she's a trooper and she's just pushing through because she has other kids and she has to keep pushing through. And it's like she doesn't want to talk about it because she doesn't want to get sucked into the grief, but she feels guilty for not talking about it because she feels like she's not honoring the memory. They're showing me a little girl. So, like, even if spirit can present however on the other side, and I'm seeing like a little toddler with like curly brown hair just like running around with like a little kitten stuffed animal. And like your mom, your grandmom's like there, like it's almost like she's like watching from the distance, like babysitting, right? But your mom's like all up in it, like she's fine. We have her. Do you see this? Look at how happy she is. But she wants you. Has your daughter tried talking to a counselor about the loss? I almost feel like she's dealing like maybe with like PTSD from it. And she doesn't know how to handle it. And they're saying now don't be pushy, but be firm and be supportive. Okay. I feel like if she's not still seeing that counselor, maybe she should again or like schedule quarterly visits or something as like a check-in. Like in your dreams, when you're seeing the baby with your mom and grandmom, I feel they're showing me like she's having like nightmares about it. Like waking up in a cold sweat. And now I'm feeling what you're feeling because you see this happening to her. It's like my stomach just feels like it was just like twisted in knots for you because there's nothing you can do. Like we can't make the healing happen. As much as we want to make it happen, as much as we want to fix everything for our children, this is something like we cannot fix for them. But mom's like, you just gotta be the pillar holding her up. But they want to talk about her man. He's doing good holding her up too. And I think maybe that's why we're saying like, don't overstep, but just make sure she knows that you're always there to support her. She's really stressed. Oh, good. He is good. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Like he's doing a great job, and he's going through it too, and he's not going to talk about it. So maybe make sure you're checking in with him like on the side, because they're definitely like your mom's kind of nudging, like you need to come and be like to him, "Are you doing all right?" Like not real over the top, not real in your face. But I think it's important for them both to understand, like, they lost a baby. And I think sometimes in society, like when you miscarry or something, people look at it different because it's not like they lost their little girl. It's okay to acknowledge that. It's okay to scream about it. It's okay to cry about it. It's okay to be angry. And it's okay to go through all the motions of grief and the process. And it's okay to talk about her. They don't talk about her. It's okay to talk about her. That's going to help them heal. That's what your mom's showing me. Like, it's just like words. Like, she's just like words coming out of her mouth. And okay. And they're going to send her daughter is going to send her daisies. And that will be her sign. Whenever she sees daisies or a petal from a daisy or something, even in print, it doesn't even have to be the actual flower. It can be like a shirt with like something random, but it's daisies. She knows I'm there for her, but she won't talk to me about the loss. She's not ready to yet because I don't think she understands that it is okay. Because again, like with society and just expectations, it's okay. And it's okay to grieve not only, daughter, but like all the dreams, right? All the dreams that you had, like, if you wanted to do dance or whatever, or if you want to play soccer, like all those dreams, like, it's okay to acknowledge that. It's okay to discuss that. It's okay to write about it. I do see writing for her. I see journaling. I see journaling for you too, Kathy. Everything you want to say to her that you feel like you can't write down. So when she's ready, here you go. I've been saving this for you. I love you so much. I didn't want to be pushy, but here's all my love. Here's all my thoughts. I am always here. Write it down and then give it to her. And your mom's like, yeah, do that. Mm-hmm. Do that. She's like nodding her head. It's going to take time. And her time might be a little bit longer than what you thought it might be. But like we talked about earlier, grief, it's a different timeline, different journey for every single person. It does not look the same for any two people. And it's not just because of what the loss was or how you felt it. It's because of all of our experiences up to that point. We've all had different experiences, different lives up to the point of losing who we lost. And that affects how we process it. And she's a strong girl. I feel she's a strong girl. So she's going to put up them walls. And it's going to take time, but they'll come down. But your mom's saying, be patient. Don't rush it. I hope that helps, Kathy. What are you getting, Nikki?
So immediately when you first started reading her, when I tapped into her energy, before you even said the baby thing, I just saw this little swaddled baby get passed over to her. And I instantly wanted to cry because she handed the baby over and kissed you on the like right here on the forehead. And it was so emotional. I had to take a couple breaths. But everything that's kind of going on, a lot of people are just not allowing themselves to process the loss. I feel like everyone just like, it happened, I'm over it, I'm okay. And they're not allowing themselves to feel the pain.
Yeah.
And my heart is breaking so bad because I can feel like I'm sitting in the space. They're not allowing themselves to grieve over it. They're not allowing that process to take, like, they're not even crying about it anymore. They're just like, no. As soon as they feel like they're going to cry, they like shut it down. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. And this is such an emotional, I'm getting emotional because I can just feel the devastation of loss. And I know that she went through like counseling, but for some reason I'm feeling like traditional counseling, because she doesn't resonate with it. She's just like, yeah, whatever. Like, I feel like traditional counseling, she has to find out, she has to talk it out, because my throat chakra is so like, it feels like it's strangling me. Like, they're not talking it out at all. They're just like, I've got this. They're bottling it inside. They need to talk it out, because that is exactly how they're going to heal from it. I agree with you. I feel like journaling first to really get those thoughts organized on paper, and then going and really finding someone who she resonates to talk about it. Same thing with her man, because I feel like he is trying to be that support, but he's processing it in a different way.
Yeah.
Where it's hard for him as well.
Because I feel they've had very different experiences in their lives prior to being together. And that is just, and it's almost like they're communicating in different languages, but feeling the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's tough. That's tough.
One thing I would definitely say is have her talk it out, because like I said, I just feel like my throat chakra is just, I have to keep drinking, because I just felt it just like constricting. But also I just feel like she's so in her upper chakras, because she's like asking like, why? She's looking for that guidance of why did this happen to me? Why? So I just feel like all this pressure, like in my head of like, and it's like the crying, like after you've had such an enormous cry and you're just so weak and just drained. I just feel like she's gone through this. I mean, she needs to allow herself to cry, allow that emotional release to happen, because it's going to help her kind of heal from it. But grounding, she needs to ground herself. She needs to just take a deep breath out in nature, because she's so up in her chakras that she's kind of like disassociating from her physical form, if that makes sense. Like, she's disassociating from her body and her reality, where she's so up here, if that makes sense. Yeah, I just don't feel like she's resonating with these counselors. So I feel she's like easy to give up, because I feel like they're not offering her what she needs. Yeah, I just keep feeling like she's like asking why and searching for guidance, but now she's like kind of just numb with the whole thing. She's just like, you know what? She feels like she's healed from it, but it's not complete.
Was she able, and you don't have to answer this or not, and it could just be a symbolic thing. Her spirit team just showed me either she goes to a place where she feels like she can communicate with the baby. If she didn't get to bury the baby or get the ashes from the baby, it's something with going outside where she feels closest to that baby, and I just see her screaming at the top of her lungs, like a carnal, like animal, only a mother can feel kind of scream. And I feel like once she gets that out, that's going to open something. Like, that's going to open something for her to be able to say, you know what? Because when you do that, you feel real deep. And that's what Nikki was saying. She's been trying to block it. She's just like numb to it. She needs to desensitize and allow herself to just feel all the things at one moment. And then that's just going to unlock. It's going to be like floodgates at a dam. Just here it's going to come. And then she'll be able to process it. That's what they're showing me.
Yeah, it's all that suppression. It's that when we hold on to something and not allow our bodies to experience that energy and have that flow through us, we keep it there. And then it makes that feeling last longer, and it's harder to go through everything. And I just feel like when she, like, that's exactly how I feel like. I feel like she's just going to be like, just like scream and have that energetic release, cry, have that energetic release to kind of unblock that stagnant energy she's just been holding on to.
She has her ashes. Yeah. Like over top of the ashes. Like I see it outside though. And I see it in like a thunderstorm. Like, and I think I see it in the thunderstorm because, you know, as the rain's like hitting her, it's just going to unlock all the other, like, yeah, just, oh, yeah, I really, maybe she'd be open to watching this on a replay, and that way you could hopefully explain it to her. But yeah. I'm sending so much love to you all. That's
yeah, absolutely. I can't even, I couldn't stay in that energy too long just because it was so overwhelming. Mm-hmm. I like even started getting teary. I'm like, no, pull back in my energy. Mm-hmm. But she needs this, and it's gonna be so refreshing when she does go and allow herself to feel it and experience it to move on from it. So yeah, definitely she needs to just talk about it because that's going to be such another release. Like I said, the emotions, the feeling, the screaming, the talking about it, it's so clogged up here that it just needs to get shot. Like that energy needs to be released. So I'm so sorry about that, Kathy. I am sending so many prayers and so much positive energy to you and your family, your entire, like, I feel like everybody is kind of affected in one way or another. Like everyone's just not the same.
I hope that helps, Kathy. And hi to the other Kath.
Yeah. Oh. All right. So that was a lot.
That was a lot at the end. Yeah.
Man, I'm pretty drained right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely send in prayers. That's a big one. Okay. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed tonight's live. If you do have any questions or anything, please let us know. Like I said, if you are interested in doing this kind of thing, but you don't want to do it on a live, please reach out to me or Wendalynn and we can get this scheduled for you. Mm-hmm. Wendalynn, do you have anything before we log out?
No, if you're interested in either of us, our websites are on the little ticker at the bottom there.
In the description. They should be in the event description. So you know how to find us, especially if you're part of the, Master Healers group. And if you're not, you should go over there and follow us because we're awesome. Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah, like I said, Nikki posts so many cool charts all the time. I learn something new every day from stuff she posts. I'm like, oh my gosh, frequency, what? I want to learn. So
it's fun. I'm a nerd. So if you like science background stuff, yeah, I'm your girl. I'm a nerd. I like to find it and debunk things. So
love it. Mythbusters, Nikki Busters. Yeah. What?
And Wendalynn is absolutely amazing too. Like every time you're on live, I always like you're spot on. Every time that I'm getting information, I'm like, yep. Exactly what you're talking about. So
awesome.
It was great. I love this live and I hope everyone else did. But yeah, until next time we do this. So
heck yeah.
Everyone have a great
night.
Have
a good Monday.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.